News reaching us is that first season has been renewed on Netflix for a second season.
I love the show. Let's start there.
Yeah.
But I do not think it needs a second season.
I don't think it needs a second season at all. I don't know what it is to people and not just leaving things as they are. Don't we understand the concept of cliffhanger anymore? Because do we have to have a season 2 of everything?
Use your imagination. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the funniest thing is that when the show ended and there was this cliffhanger moment, I said, I hope there's not going to be a season 2 for this show. And alas.
Voila. Can use my imagination to picture basically like, okay, this is what how the show is going to go, or this is how their story is going to continue. I don't think there's need for a second season, but okay, we'll take it. Hello and welcome to We Are Binge Watching. My name is Enifome.
And I am Vokim.
Yay, lucky.
So the first is actually based on a 1981 movie of the same name. Okay. And Tina Fey, she's one of the writers and creators of the show. She revealed that she used to she used to watch this movie while she was younger. So now she's an adult. She decided to recreate this show, this movie. For the series, it's not just about the couples like in the movie. I've not seen the movie, but that's what I read online. Okay. This one basically is more about friendship too.
Yes. So this group of friends consists of Kate and Jack, they're a couple.
Yeah.
Nick and Anne, and then Claude and Danny. So the show opens with these friends in spring, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons of their life, spring now. And Nick and Annie this spring are celebrating their 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
But Nick is actually tired of this marriage. He's bored.
Yeah, he wants a divorce after 25 years of marriage. So that's basically the what set the stage for this. My question was that who has time to travel? All 4 seasons in their life. I know that this show is about middle-aged people and just living life. And honest to God, I aspire to be them when I grow up.
I want to give you like
I aspire to be them when I grow up, honestly, because right now I'm just sitting and I'm just so jealous. I'm like, who has time to be traveling spring, autumn, winter, summer? Who has that time?
I love it so much. In fact, I think shows about friendships like this and spending time like this, maybe because I don't have a lot of friends, is the reason why I'm always sad for shows. Like I want to see what's going to happen here. Maybe it's because I don't have friends right now, and it's something I really want. Like I don't know if I told you that time that I went to the cinema and I saw this group of older ladies going to see a film, and I was just so jealous of them. Seeing those ladies, I said I want this kind of friendship. So when I saw this show, it took me back there. Like, okay, this is something I actually want, and I'm actively trying to pursue friendships like this. And I really liked it so much. I admire the fact that they even made time for each other.
Yeah,
this is a tradition that we have to go
and there's nobody that is making any excuses. This is why it's important to have friends that are like on the same wavelength as you, because nobody's making any excuses that if so. It's just nice that they're always showing up for each other. And in this show, we have 2 episodes per trip. So for the spring, we have we're taken to Annie and Nick's house. So talking about that divorce, what did you think? What on Nick's side?
I was not on Nick's side. I get that you feel like, okay, she is now very relaxed in the relationship and she's not making effort. She's not doing the fun activities that you used to do before, and she just wants to play games on her phone.
I think that Nick was unfair.
He was unfair to her because she really liked him, and she cheated on her too.
Yes.
So he's not like he's a perfect person in this relationship, but she likes him and she wanted to just make him happy. But if only he had communicated that, I think you have lost. You are not doing. You don't do what you love anymore, and it's getting boring. Let's mix things up. I want to do something different. That would have been better if you had communicated with her. Maybe I would have walked through it.
Yeah.
Because you cannot tell me that, okay, you want to live your life now. She has given up on life. What do you mean I've given up on life?
I wasn't on Nick's side. Although I love Steve Carell so much, I was not on his side. Like, he was just being very unfair to Annie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he had this new girl. Every couple had their issues though.
Yes.
But I was hoping that during the first episode, it was the first episode or the second episode that they had. No, it was the second episode.
That
they had the anniversary party, and I was hoping that, okay, thank God, yes, this anniversary party is going to save.
Immediately she said that's why she sent him away to go and get bagels. I'm like,
no. When she said this, I said, oh God. Then when he came and he's smiling, so I said, okay, maybe this is going to just make them happy. Maybe they'll walk through what's going on. Maybe this show will not be them just and their friends trying to just navigate life
together.
Silly man. The next episode we saw him and his new girlfriend Jenny.
Yeah. Jeannie, I'm not sure.
It's hard to dislike Jenny.
Nah, I don't really like. Okay, Jeannie. At the same time, I feel like she was doing it because okay, she likes him and he likes her. That's why she was in this friend group. But honestly, I will not impute myself in anybody's friendship, even if you are not divorced or they don't have a
Yeah.
relationship with your ex. I don't think I would really want to be there like that so much if this is a tradition.
Why?
I don't know. I don't just if it is a tradition for you, I just want to respect it. Have your fun. Not every time I'm always like, okay, let me be there, or okay, because you are insisting I be there and I'll be there. No, I'll say no.
It was just very weird because there are 6 people. Now these six.
Yeah, especially
people.
because they are very different from each other. Like they have different background, different interests. Like the age gap is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be there.
I think that I think it was nice.
Okay.
I think it was nice that he was willing to bring her into this friend group, although it got weird because
It's
Annie's their
uncomfortable.
friend.
Yeah. Like Nick is such a selfish person.
Yeah.
You don't do that. And the worst part is that this entire show, I think it spans for like the whole, is it 8 months or a year? Let's just say a year.
It's 9 months.
So the next holiday, you are bringing in a girlfriend. Why? And we are close friends with your ex-wife.
Yes.
Your wife. Like Annie is one that used to be here normally. So it's not fair.
Yeah, it was not fair.
Spring, summer.
Yes,
just a few months
yes,
later.
Imagine that you lose your friends group because you had a fallout with you. It's so stressful because you're normally there, normally at the helm of things, and now you're no longer together. You don't get an invite to the.
So the whole like.
But which couple did you like the most?
I love all three of them. I like Kate and
couples.
Jack because they had this understanding. They irritated each other, but it seems that they had this understanding and they always talked about stuff. And I like that. Okay, they communicated. Then for Claude and Danny, he was just always very worried about his husband. I think Coleman Domingo's character here, he did better than Nick. I feel like he and Nick felt kind of similar things because they felt like their partners were not. Claude was very adventurous, but at the same time, he just wanted to just take care of him. Like, oh God, my baby, I don't want anything to happen to you. But they were able to communicate it. But Nick, he just like, nah, I can't do this anymore.
Yes. For me, I like all couples. I cannot really place anyone. But Kate and Jack, they are the typical couples. What apart from them being this typical couple, they have this very beautiful communication. There's nothing they have communication. Although Nick shaded them that they're always gossiping or gossiping now.
Like they were, I don't remember myself, but he was trying to say that they were pretending like they were so perfect and they were infusing themselves in post.
Yes, like gossiping is their idea of intimacy.
That's the word.
It was when he said, I was like, well, leave them alone. At least they have a communication, and I don't think that their intimate life is even dead either. They still try to do their stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, just leave them alone, okay? I like that they had this communication, although they had their own small issue during the course of the show. But I like that they had that communication. Then for Claude and his husband, I am so Claude. Oh my God, when I was watching that, I said, this is me. How is it that
I'm Danny actually? Like, okay, give me space to breathe. Let me leave. I know I'm doing something that's really wrong right now.
Yeah, but
let me be.
For me, I am very Claude. If I'm in a relationship, even for friendship, anything, as long as I just hear that you need help, or because I cannot understand why you have a heart issue and you are using your life to like, for example, I cannot take that. I cannot, like, you are stressing me out. So I am so Claude in a relationship. I am Claude. Like, do this, do that, eat well, eat right. Everything your medicine. I just want to be at the helm of things
sometimes, but I'm not as intense as Claude was. Like,
I can be intense as Claude. And when your husband said that Claude is living in his own soap opera, I said, this is me. Like, I can be so dramatic. I am this lead character in some sort of weird, emotional, melodramatic drama, and yeah. So I could relate to Claude so much. So I really like Claude.
I love Claude.
And at the same time, Claude does not also want to be caged, or like Claude is also outgoing. So I like I'm very Claude.
Their relationship was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So without any spoilers, what do you think? Because this show is very beautiful, but like life, it has its ups and downs. It's like this tragedy at the end of the show. How did you feel? Because I did not see it coming. Do you know the funniest? If I say how I feel, I think I will spoil it. But I did not see it coming. I don't know why they had to make it like that, because
there was no need for that tragedy at all.
Well, sometimes that's just life.
It's life, but at the same time, when the calls were coming in, I said, why is she calling her. And when before she even said it, I said no. I was just thinking that
I
this
did
is some
not
sort
want to
of
believe it.
show that just make me laugh to the end, that they're just being silly. Ah, so silly. I wasn't expecting any tragedy at all.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
But I think there's hope. So there'll be a second. Not like hope,
How?
hope. But light is coming. There's darkness at the end of the show, but there's a bit of light, a ray of light.
But okay, I'll give this show a 4 out of 5. It was a beautiful binge. I started watching it at the middle of the night, and I was supposed to be sleeping. I said, "You're supposed to be sleeping right now," but I said, "No, one more episode." So you know when a
I
show
think I watched
gives,
at 9 too.
so when a show gives you that one more episode thing, you know it's good.
Yeah, I was watching at 9 and I was taking out my braids.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much like, okay, next episode, laughing
Yeah.
and everything. I think the cast, of course, you cannot expect anything less when you see Steve Carell, Tina Fey, and the rest. Coleman Domingo. You cannot expect anything less. It's a beautiful story. I want to have friends like this if you're out there.
Yeah. Application within. You just comment your application, or you can send us an email with your application. We'll consider you. Anyway, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you like this show, what are you expecting for season 2?
What's your favorite scene in this show? Mine has to be, I had a lot of scenes that I really love because this is a really good show.
Yeah.
But I think the one that I remembered that was just like crazy, it was just bizarre.
I hope it's not my own.
It was when they went to this Elsa
school. That's my own.
Like, I did not expect this girl told her that she wanted to buy a shelf, and she just seemed like, okay, she's cool. I'm like, okay, this girl's really taking this entire divorce really nice.
Yeah.
So when I say Nick is selfish, he's really selfish because this did not happen in a span of 2 years later or 3 years later. You're already bringing your girlfriend to my school play.
Yeah.
I like, very good for him, but okay.
The girls' play was my favorite scene because it was so
nobody was expecting it.
And when her mother came out, the mother dressed as a witch. She was dressed as a witch, and I'm like, why is her mother dressed like that? Although fitting description, because the woman has that kind of vibe. But still, she was talking about how the father left their life, broke their family apart, and I just like, grow up. Honestly, this is funny, but let it go. Your parents have that issue.
He and Jenny deserve that thing because this is, I think that was summer or autumn. I'm still trying to understand why like you and mommy did not have any problems and you're divorcing her and you bring your girlfriend. I want to be so nice to your girlfriend.
The first thing is that she said, I didn't know you're bringing her. He said, well, you agreed. Then she said, I didn't know you're bringing her. I didn't get her a ticket. So I have to get her a ticket. The ticket, the girl has to sit at the back first of all, Ginny. And Ginny is so graceful with this entire thing because what can you even do anyway? Because you bopped in anyway, so you have to face the consequences. Anyway, let us know what you thought about the 4 seasons. And yeah, don't forget to leave your applications to be our friends out because we have trips planned for you. Yeah, so bye.